Excuse me. All right. Ain't nobody in here yet. I really could care less if anybody comes on this live. But I know a lot of people, I know a lot of my original subscribers all came from content on the Mazda 6. And the car has been so trouble free. Like it really has. It's been very trouble free. I ain't really did no content on it, but I need front brakes. Like the front brakes. All right. So they are right now I have EBC reds, but these are rotors that I had on it before that I had cut down. And right now they are shaking like a salt shaker. So I picked up the cheapest brake kit on Amazon, and I've heard people have mixed reviews about Detroit axle stuff, but we're gonna see what it's all about in due time. So go ahead and get these opened up and go ahead and start on this brake job. But yeah, if y'all have any questions for me, any comments, anything like that, just let me know. I try to keep tabs on the chat. But yeah, just working on the models. I don't do a lot of live stuff, but to be honest with you, I don't feel like editing any video right now at all. I just got done cutting down a 2 hour long video on rebuilding the front suspension for my LS Swap Box Caprice. I just got done doing a 2 hour video because I bust down the upper and lower control arms and did all new bushings from Prothane ball joints. And then I did the upper control arm, oh, I did the lower control arms and got the new bushings pressed in and everything. And then I drove, what, 3 hours one way to pick up Beltec 2 inch drop kit. So I got the 2 inch drop front spindles and the 2 inch lower springs. So that's gonna go on the box. And then I also got a 9C1 front sway bar as well. So I got the whole Prothane kit. So I went through, did all that, just got done doing a, a bust down a 3 hour video to 1 hour, and I don't like editing nothing. What's going on, Tulu? Man, that box about to be running. Well, the video, what is it? This Friday or Saturday, I actually got it running, got the fuel system in and everything. So it actually does run. So now I just got to get the suspension done on it. I got to get the 9C1 rear end back here so I can bust that down and go through it, and then get all suspension on and do shift linkage and exhaust and all that stuff. So hopefully it'll be driving before. Oh shit! Hopefully it'll be driving before it get cold. I mean, I ain't got no air conditioning in it, so it might be better for it to wait until it get cold. So yeah, I'm slowly steady working on it, but gotta make sure the daily runs like it should, because I drive 60 miles one way every day. So, but yeah, this should be a quick little break job. I just honestly did not feel like editing video whatsoever. Man, they got these greased up real good. And hopefully this Detroit axle stuff is halfway decent. It ain't gonna take me long to figure out if it's decent or not. It ain't gonna take me but about a couple of weeks. I drive so much. Oh, it came with new brake tabs. And hopefully these brake pads are halfway decent. We gonna find out. All right, so I'm gonna get the old stuff bust off, and we gonna gotta get this thing going right here. But yeah, whatever questions y'all got, just let me know. Y'all let me know if the audio, if y'all can hear me, and whatever the case may be. But but yeah, and I think I put it where y'all could join. So if y'all want to join and talk about whatever, y'all want to talk shit or ask questions or whatever, just let me know because I'm gonna be out here probably for about an hour. Now I don't know how that whole join thing works or how it prompts when it comes up or whatever. So I'll try to figure it out. But I don't go. This on like my second live in the 5 years that I've been doing. It be too much stuff going on. Like I don't know if y'all can tell from my videos, but my videos, a lot of them, they don't be same day. They be recorded over several days. That's with my wife and my kids and all that. I'm busy. So y'all just let me know if y'all got any questions. Y'all look close. All up in my mouth. Jesus. I don't know. To be honest with you, because like I said, it gave me an option um before I started it if people want to join, but I don't have the slightest idea. Do I gotta enable something? Like I said, I'm new to this. I ain't true to this when it comes to this live stuff. Oh no, I don't want no green screen. Get off. I'm young, but I'm like an old man when it comes to some of this stuff. So there's supposed to be a link somewhere. I might have missed that part. But I know I checked the box to so that people could join. Oh, nope, that ain't it. I don't know. Sound like I done messed something up already, Tulu. Sound like I done already messed something up. Oh man, why are these so tight? So I got an already. Next time before you join, put it in the description or post. Bet. If I had my MacBook, I probably could copy and paste it. So you're telling me that there's a link for people to join the live chat? I mean, to join the live community post. All right, I will. I will do that. I know y'all be going live. I won't be going live. Man, why did I put this belt so tight? Jeez, I must have been feeling good that day. But yeah, y'all talk to me. Y'all let me know. Otherwise, y'all just gonna be hearing me chatty patty about a bunch of nothing. Oh, it probably did. It probably did give me a link, man. So they need to put the link like when the video start, cause like if they ah, all right. So even if I missed the link, you would think they would give me an option to add somebody who's in the man. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, where's my my caliper hanger at? Oh man, but yeah. I mean, you would think the link would show up for people to join once the video starts. I don't know. Where's my caliper hangers at? I don't even know what I did with them. Man, I'm young in body, but I'm old when it comes to a lot of stuff. The other day, my son talking about some was I born in the 1900s. I ain't like how that sounded. I told him I was born in the late 1900s, not the early 1900s. I still didn't like how that sounded though. Maybe it sounded like I'm an antique or something. Yeah, because I know like on like TikTok, you can join if you pay money, but the person that's actually hosting the live can actually invite the people who are on the live to join. So I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I'll look for it next time, next year when I do a live. I'll look for it. So it's asking me to add a Q&A sticker. I don't want no Q&A sticker. You need to give me a link. And the part that makes me upset about having to change these brakes out is that I still got pad life galore left on these jokers. But man, when I tell you, when I press the brakes, if I'm going anything faster than like 60, like if I'm on the highway running 70 or 80, hit the brake, man, feel like I gotta take these doggone spacers off. Man, it feel like the doggone car is about to just shake itself to death. I forgot I got these spacers on here. God told mighty. Are these 21s? Where's my impact at? I forgot all about these spacers. Nope, they are not 21s. So they must be a 19. Oh. Is it a 19? Yep. I don't care what nobody say. I use chrome sockets on my impact every day. Well, I ain't gonna say never. I did have one chrome socket explode, but outside of that one that exploded, I never had a problem with using impact on chrome sockets. All right. They don't feel rough. Why were they shaking so bad? They feel smooth as hell. Maybe that's the problem. They look blue. But yeah, these EBC reds, they stop like a mud. Like they got some grip to them, but they dusty as hell too. All right. Let me get the mother rotors and get them cleaned off. Oh, let me go ahead and press these pistons in. But yeah, y'all let me know. Clearly, I can't add nobody in because I guess I ain't clicked that link. But y'all can make sure to click that follow, hit that like button, hype it up, and whatever other stuff YouTube got going on. I greatly appreciate it. Da, da, da. Y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me. What y'all want to know? If y'all want to talk to me about what y'all want to know, what y'all working on? What y'all working on? What y'all got going on? How gas prices treating y'all? Because it's $4 a gallon here in North Carolina for 87. $4 a gallon. I think I put $60 in my car the other day. Reminded me of 2008. Man, I thought I was the only one that's bought 214 grand touring and shaking. Yeah, so I will say the factory Mazda rotors are the worst. The factory Mazda rotors are soft and they shake like hell. Do not go back with the OEM Mazda rotor. Do not go with the OEM Mazda rotor at all. Go with any other rotor. I don't care what rotor it is. Go with another rotor. Do not go with the Mazda rotors. They are trash. Absolutely trash. They are soft. And I don't know why they made them so soft, but they are soft and they shake like hell. Real fast too. Throw them OEM Mazda rotors. Oh wait. Tula, you in North Carolina? Where in North Carolina you at? I ain't know you was in North Carolina. I'm in Greensboro, but the Caprice is in Butner at my grandfather's house. But man, and you in North Carolina, man, if you ain't too crazy far away, and shoot, if that doggone Caprice run halfway decent when I get it going, that might be a good little road trip to go on, man. I want to meet more people from YouTube, like for real, for real. I want to meet more of my internet friends as long as y'all ain't weird. As long as y'all ain't weird, I'm down for it. Wilmington, so you about 3 hours away. I don't know if I'm a trusted Caprice to go 3 hours. I ain't gonna lie to you. That might be. I don't know if I trust the. If I get it going, I'll 3 hours one way. Ah, I don't. I don't know if I'm a. I don't know if I'm gonna trust the car that much. It might not be this year. I might have to put some miles on it before I make a 3 hour trip to Wilmington on that thing right there. I might have to. Yeah. Ooh. No, I don't think you weird, man. But some people, man, like I will say when it like I think I got really lucky um when it came to my Mazda people because we met up in 20 is it was I think it was 2021 or 2022. We all met up in Georgia for Southern Fresh. It might have been Southern Fresh 8 maybe. And man, we had people the hell is that? We had people from I think it was 4 people from North Carolina. We had one guy from Georgia and 3 people came up from Florida. And there was a lot of like that was my first time meeting people from out of state. And we got an Airbnb and we all stayed in the Airbnb for the weekend, man. Everything was cool, everything was smooth, wasn't no drama, wasn't none of that shit. Motherfuckers was cool. Like I said, but we had talked, we got a group chat and we had talked in that group chat for like 2 years prior. So you kind of feel everybody out and everything. But like, yeah, some people, man, some people are just weird. Like I ain't about no drama. I ain't about none of that. Like I just want to go meet people, vibe out, talk about common shit. You know, get some food. You got to be some food involved, and like just chill out, have a good time. But yeah, some people, man, they be doing the most. They always got some shit going on, and I ain't trying to I ain't trying to deal with them. That ain't me. Oh, so like I said, I be chilling for real, for real. Cause like if y'all watch my videos, man, don't nobody be in my videos. It be just me for the most part. I just be doing my own thing. Like I don't have a lot of people like near me that has common interests, and I just be doing dolo solo for real, for real. 'Cause like with the Caprice, all y'all seen was my boy Vincent, and then y'all seen my pops um help me get the motor out the Yukon. But like outside of that, man, I'll be solo dolo, man. I would love to have some folks that would just like come over and chill and we work on my shit, work on their shit and whatever. But nah, people be on some people be on some drama and some BS, and I ain't got time for that. I got too much stuff going on to be doing that. If y'all ever put on spacers, make sure y'all torque it down in the sequence y'all supposed to do it. If y'all use y'all torque wrench and your wheel fall off, that's on you. So right now, my E loop, my IE loop has not worked in about 3 years. The only light on my dash is from my IE loop. And when I hook the my scanner up to it, it says that it's not getting 16 volts. So I don't know if, well, I do know that my battery is done for. I need to put a battery in the car. So it could be that the battery is just not keeping 16 volts. Um, but yeah, my IE loop has not worked. I just got a big old exclamation point in the bottom of my dash. So currently it does not work. But it might just be my battery issue. But I went to Mazda just for shits and giggles, and they quoted me. It was like $3,200 to replace the capacitor for the IE loop. I wasn't gonna do it no way. I've only seen one mile per gallon difference between having it and not having it. So like I ain't really I still get with the roof rack, I still get 33 on the highway, running 70, 75, and then without the roof rack, I get 36 on the highway running between 70 and 75 using the MRCC. But like, yeah, they talking some $3,200, and I was like, yeah, print that off for me, and I'll get back with you. And the little guy started smiling and everything, like he had a sale. Man, get out of here! Get out of here! I ain't coming back to y'all. That IE loop just won't work ever again in this life. These, oh no, they got the tabs on them. Are these the same pads? Am I tripping? I thought the in and out of pads were a little different, but maybe they are not. Are they exactly the same? I guess we're gonna find out soon enough. I could have swore I thought these pads were a little different inside and out. Maybe not. I don't know. Y'all be watching my videos and y'all be thinking I'll be knowing what I'll be doing. Half time I don't. I just be going with the vibes. That's why I like editing videos. I just be figuring stuff out. To be honest with you, I just be figuring stuff out. Oh, I left them tabs up there. Nah, I need to clean this off. You know what? I think I might trust these old tabs. Well, I feel like I'm gonna regret it when these start squealing. Oh man. Ugh. Guess I'll be buying more batteries than expected. Yeah. So when I bought my car, the used dealership had it listed as a touring. So I thought that I was buying a touring that had a sunroof, is what I thought I was buying. But it wasn't until I was going home and I had the cruise control on, which I later found out was the radar cruise control, and a car pulled out in front of me, and the damn car slammed on brakes. My car slammed on brakes because of the radar cruise control. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And that's when I figured out that I had bought a GT. And that's when I realized I had, the perforated leather interior, the red stitching. Because Mazda, I don't like how Mazda does their trim levels. Because like if you don't know what trim level your car is, you don't know what trim level it is. It's like they don't have no badging on the car saying if it's a sport, a touring, a GT. It has very subtle differences between each model. Like the sport got the 17s, the touring got the 19s, the grand touring has like those funny gunmetal gray 19s, but the touring has the um the little trunk spoiler, but you can get the trunk spoiler option on the sport and the touring. But then the grand touring has the HID headlights, but then the sport, the touring doesn't. But you can get the leatherette in the touring, but you only get the cloth in the sport. But you only get the perforated seats with the heated option on the grand touring. But if you were to put a touring and a grand touring beside each other, you wouldn't be able to tell if you don't know what the difference is between the cars. So I mean, it worked out in my favor, but like it took so much research for me to figure out the differences in between the trim levels, and like it shouldn't take all that. It really shouldn't. But it's just like whatever. Yeah, but like it would be nice if they had something on the car where you could tell what it is. It worked out in my favor. They put all the tabs the same. Man, this don't look right. Am I tripping? I don't like. I don't think I like Detroit Axle. I don't know if I like them as a company. This is gonna be real with you. But yeah, but I don't. So I just have a regular. I don't know if I said it, but I just got a regular AGM battery in my car because Mazda wanted the first time I needed a battery, and I went to the like AutoZone or O'Reilly wherever I went. They told me that they didn't have a battery for my car. They had to go to the dealership, is what the screen told them. So I went to Mazda, and they talked about some. Oh yeah, my car needs the enhanced flooded battery, the EFB battery. Them jokers said $550 for that battery. $550 for that battery. You know what I told them? I told them to print that off and I'll be back. I ain't go back. I did some Googling, found out that the AGM battery is actually way superior than the EFB, the enhanced flooded battery. And that's what I've been running in my cars. But I had this battery in this car since 2021. So I mean 5 years. And I mean that's about what you get out of a battery now. You get about 5 years out of it. So I mean I really can't complain about it. But I hate that the new batteries, man, they quoted me $280 for a new battery. 280 bones for a battery. But I'm gonna need one soon, probably within the next week. Bruh, what is going on here? I do not like how these I don't like how these tabs fit. Maybe that's why people talk junk about Detroit Axle. Because what in the world? Like I've done brakes before. I do not like these tabs at all. Do not like these tabs. Having a brain fart. Heard the Optima yellow top was close. Man, I wouldn't touch a single Optima nothing. I wouldn't touch red top, yellow top. I wouldn't touch none of them, to be honest with you. Because and I hate to sound old, but the last like 15 years, the Optima batteries, they ain't worth a damn. They not worth a damn. If I had to spend money on a battery, like if somebody told me that I can buy whatever battery I wanted, They will buy me a battery once every 5 years. I'll buy a excess power battery. The excess power battery, I got a D, is it a D 4800 in my Yukon? That battery been in there since 2018. And I got what? I'm pushing 1100 RMS on my sub channel, and then I'm pushing 400 RMS on my 4 channel. And that battery ain't never gave me a problem at all. I hit the auto start right now to start up. So like I said, if somebody told me I could get one battery, excess power is the battery that I would go for. But Optima, red top, yellow top, nah, nah. They quality went downhill. If I had to pick like a regular battery, it's not because I think the excess power battery is like $300-$400. If I had to pick a battery, like a common battery, it would be North State. The North State, I think it's called North State. The North State batteries is the one that I would go with. Either that or Energizer. But the Optimas, the red top, yellow tops, nah. My personal opinion and what I've seen for them the last like 10 years or so, man, you might as well just go with the O'Reilly's $280 AGM battery and get a 4-year warranty on it, and you can replace that joker locally and won't have no problems. But you won't catch me with a Optima battery. They haven't been good at all. They used to be good. They used to be the go-to battery. But like I said, let me see, it's 2025. So yeah, the last 15 years, man, them Optimas ain't really been hitting on nothing. And I don't know if the company um got sold, or they switched hands, or if they moved factories somewhere or what. But man, them Optimas is about like the GM 62s. You know, they used to be top dog at one time, and I don't know what the hell happened, but they ain't worth 2 cents now. Not for the money, no way. That's just my opinion. Ain't nobody paying me, giving me no battery sponsorships. But I would say go with North State or XS Power. If you look for just a regular old battery, man, just get some local. Just get you a O'Reilly's. The O'Reilly's AGM has done me solid. Like I said, 4 years or 5 years on this battery, I can't really fake the funk. I was trying to get them to replace it on the warranty, but they didn't. But I'm gonna try my luck. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna at least ask. Y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me. I wish I had that doggone video function working. That would be cool. And I don't torque nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I torque stuff in my videos, to be proper, but I don't torque nothing. I don't torque not a thing. I try to show y'all the way it should be done. I did not grease them pads either. I hope they don't squeal. But yeah, I don't be torquing nothing. Let's be for real. The average person working on their car ain't torquing nothing. I torque down the wheels, the wheel lugs, but outside of that, nah, it's getting hand tight or hit with the impact. Oh, one of the two. Ain't none fell off yet. Transmission holding up solid. I just did a drain and seal. Let me see. So the transmission, I did the first drain and filter at 170,000, and then at 270,000. No, at 170,000, I did the first draining field because I bought the car at 50,000 miles. So at 170, I did the fluid, filter, gasket, and then at 240, I did a draining field. At 270, I did a draining field, and I'm at 296,000. So at 300,000, I would do another draining field. But it's holding up fine. Every time I do a draining field, I do a transmission relearn, and then I keep on pushing. So I mean, it's doing fine. I drive highway, so I mean, I'm sure 300,000 miles highway is different from 300,000 miles somebody going through town, stopping and going. But yeah, it's holding up fine. Like I said, I drive this thing um 115 miles every day, going back and forth to work. Like I said, I work like 56 miles from work. I work 56 miles from home. So every day it's like 110, 115 miles, depending on if I stop somewhere or if my kids got to go somewhere, if I got to go somewhere. But like I said, I do like right at 3,000 miles a month, which is why I rack up all these miles on this car so doggone quick. Going to the next side. But yeah, we be moving. The daily of the daily. Mine's a 2014. I got a 2014 Grand Touring and upgrade hack regarding what exactly? Because it's not a lot of upgrades for this car, and this car doesn't share like a chassis or parts with anything else. Like in most cases, it would be like the Mazda and like the Ford Fusion would like exchange parts. You kind of interchange parts back and forth. But with the third gen, the 2014, 2013, 2014, the 2021 Mazda 6, like it doesn't like you really don't have any hacks really per se for these cars. You really don't have no aftermarket for these cars because you have robot craftsmen that make stuff that actually fits this car, and then you got Sunrise Tuning that makes the duck bill, and then you have what's my folks name in Russia? Damn. What is my people's name? What are their name? I can't believe I can't remember what their name is. What is their name? I know it's on here somewhere. I can't think what their name is, but the brakes, Mazda 9, caliber brackets, rotors. Yeah, so I was gonna do. So my plan was the next time that I did brakes, that I was gonna do the CX9 rotors and the dual piston front calipers, but my money tight. I've spent a lot of money on my 81 Caprice, and I got a lot more money. I got about another $1,000 or so that I need to put into the car to at least get it running. So, because I know the CX9 front rotors were like $80, $90. The calipers were, I think, like 150 for both. And then I was gonna do the steel braided front brake lines, which was like 50 or $60. So I would have been about $300 all in, but like all my money going to my Caprice. Between yeah, because the Caprice really the only project I got going on right now. Because the three wheeler is solid. I don't need to do nothing to that but ride it. The 400 is solid. I need to clean the carburetor on it because my main jet is clogged up. So the projects are good, but the Mazda is just in maintenance mode right now. But I had it on my list to do the CX9 rotors and dual piston calipers, but like I paid $101 for this whole brake kit, but I wanted to spend the $300 on it so bad. But I'm about to, like I said, I think that my cart for my Caprice that I'm probably gonna buy tonight is like $700 worth of parts. So I wanted to do the CX9 upgrade. I really did, but that Caprice is taking all my extra money right now. It is taking all my extra money. But MV Tuning, MV Tuning, MV Tuning is the name of the company that makes the stuff for our cars. I couldn't think what it was. So you got Sunrise Tuning that makes um, the duck bill. So Sunrise Tuning makes the duck bill. MV Tuning used to make a whole trunk. It was a one-piece trunk and duck bill deal. But on from MV Tuning, I have the bumper guard because my bumper was all scratched up when I got it. I got the rear fangs from MV Tuning. I got the side splitters from MV Tuning. I have the front splitter from MV Tuning, the eyelids, and I think that's it. And then I have the what was this called? This front grille is made by I can't think who it's made by, but it's real carbon fiber, and I can't remember who makes this front grille. What is the name? I can't think of the name of that. What the name of it is? And then the the rear diffuser is off of AliExpress. It's a no name brand off of AliExpress. It was like $180 shipped, something like that. But it was the only one that had the opening for dual tips. And they know, and like after I bought it, they took it off of AliExpress, and it did come with the third brake light. But I mean, there aren't really any hacks per se for these cars. I mean, like I said, there's not a lot of companies that actually make a lot of stuff for this car. I tell people all the time if they're looking for a Mazda that they want to modify, I tell them to get a Mazda 3. The Mazda 3s have a way better aftermarket. The Mazda 6's aftermarket just is trash. It is absolutely trash. It is hot garbage. Like I said, for body stuff, for aesthetic stuff that fits, you have Robot Craftsman, which is like the wide body stuff, and then you have MV Tuning, which they're in Russia, and you can't order them from Russia right now because they had a workaround back when they first put those sanctions on Russia, where you would pay them in euros, and then they were shipping it from Russia to somewhere in Europe, and then shipping it from Europe to the States. But then they got caught somehow or another, and you can't get nothing from them now at all. So I mean, you got Robot Craftsman, and I think they're in China. And I mean, if you try to order a wide body kit, man, they might hold that thing up in customs. You might not never get that now. The way everything is set up and the way everything is going. Yeah, I mean, it's I appreciate it. The car looks good from about 47 and a half feet. This car has taken some hits. Like, I feel bad for the car, but at the same time, the car is 12 years old with 296,000 miles on it. And it's low. Stuff on the highway. I've hit tires on the highway, stuff slung up on the highway. I mean, the car has taken some hits. This was from a few months ago. Something kicked up on the highway, busted my bumper all to hell. I mean, cracked the bumper, busted it all up. These are JDM. Um, these are IJDM lights right here. Like these are the OGs, the real deal Holyfield IJDMs, and I was very upset when they busted up my IJDMs. I'm happy it didn't touch my Morimoto LED fog light joint. They were like $200, but the car is rough. Like the front bumper feels like sandpaper. My carbon fiber grill slats are all busted up from stuff being thrown up and hitting it. Like the car is rough, but I drive it. The eyelids need to be repainted, and I mean the car has been driven. The car has been driven, and ain't a whole lot that could be done about it because when you drive it on the highway and they doing construction and you behind big trucks and everything else, man, it just ain't a whole lot you can do. I've replaced probably a windshield a year just from stuff being kicked up off the highway from construction sites and stuff. But if you're gonna daily drive a car 3,000 miles a month, that's his name of the game. Because people ask me all the time, how come I don't paint it? How come I don't wrap it? I went to a shop 2 years ago. Where's that socket? I went to a shop 2 years ago to get a quote on getting my car wrapped. And they basically told me I would need to send my car to a body shop to smooth it out before they would wrap it. So as y'all can see, that didn't happen. I mean, if I'm gonna go to a body shop and get body work done to it, I'm just gonna get it painted. At that point, where's the socket? I told y'all I'm old. I can't keep up with nothing. Oh, there it is. But the Mazda 6 is a good car. It's just that if you're trying to go fast, if you're trying to go fast, it's not really existent. If you want to go quick, if you want to be quick, I would do the VT supercharger personally. Um, I really haven't heard that much good stuff about the Cork Sport Turbo Kit. Evidently, it's a pain in the butt to install, and there's only like, oh, I don't know if Justin, um what's his last name, but I think he does. I think his joint is sauce tuning. I don't know if he tunes the Cork Sport Turbo kits, but when it comes to that VT supercharger, he's on the money with the VT supercharger tuning and NA tuning. But I mean, I would do the VT supercharger if I wanted a little bit more get up and go. Daniel, what is Daniel's last name? I can't think. Is it Daniel Cummins? He had a black Mazda 6 that got total loss, and then he bought a Mazda. He bought a third gen Mazda 3 with a 2.5 in it, and he threw the supercharger from his 6 on a Mazda 3, and he's like the autocross champion. I think he's in Washington State, I think, or somewhere over there, somewhere on the other side, and he's like the autocross champion. With that VT supercharger on that Mazda 3 2.5, and he runs that car through its paces. So I mean, if I was to do something, if I wanted a little bit more power, because you would go from 100 and because what is it? These cars like 180 something at the flywheel, and I think Justin got them VT superchargers with I think you got to upgrade the fuel pump, and he do his little tuning thing, and with the intercooler, I think they're doing close to 300 now at the wheel. So if I was to spend my money on something, I would go VT supercharger, for 3,500, $4,000, something like that. So I haven't had a problem with my headlights. I've never had any moisture in mine. Now I will say the inner tail lights on the trunk. Oh man, those suck. I don't know how the inner tail light lenses on the trunk. Doggone it. I don't know how they hold so much water, but they're trash. I ended up buying a set off of eBay and putting silicone around the edges. Because I mean, both of mine was holding water. Look like a doggone little lake in there. I'm doing pads and rotors. Yes, the VT supercharger is the Chinese supercharger. I mean, it's the only supercharger that anybody makes. But yeah, I would definitely go with the VT supercharger. If I had a fresh lower mileage long block. All right, so if the motor in this car went complunk today, I would spend $1,500 on a lower mileage engine transmission combo, and then I would be spending $3,000 on the VT supercharger, and I would be dropping the supercharger and the lower mileage motor and transmission right in this car. 100%. 100%. That would be my move. I'll spend that $5,000 or $6,000, and I will have me a fun car that theoretically still should get OEM like fuel mileage on the highway because you're not going to be in boost. It should be in vacuum for the most part. But yeah, the VT supercharger and the Cork Sport turbo kit, they're the only like bolt-on power adders for the Mazda for the 2.5. Anything else has to be custom made. And I think there's two companies that makes headers, but on the dyno, it actually lost torque and only made horsepower at like only made more horsepower at like 5,500, 6,000 RPM, something like that. So basically, like I don't know in what application where you would have this car wound up at 5,000 RPM where it would be beneficial because this car makes all the power and torque down low, which is why it feels so slow. Which is also why the 2.5 T's feel slow because the boost starts at 1,800 RPM and by 5,000, you blowing hot air. These motors weren't built to go fast; they were built to drive around town. But the VT superchargers, the is the way I would go personally. Again, not affiliated, don't make no money from it. All I know is that I've seen Daniel Commons M6, what is it M6 Ninja? He has put that supercharger through its paces. And he was the first one to get one in the States. His buddy at work, one of the guys he worked with, is Chinese. So he had one of his employees actually talk to the manufacturer of VT superchargers, and that's how he got the first one in the States because they weren't going to send it because evidently in China you can't install it yourself. You have to have an installer install it. In China, they will not allow people to install like their own parts. I guess for the regulations and stuff. So a lot of it was them trying to find like a shop um, to have Daniel install it, and he had to tell them that no, he's going to do it himself. And they was like, "You gonna do it yourself? You can't do that." But that's how Daniel ended up with the first one because his co-worker is Chinese, and he was the one that was communicating back and forth on Daniel's behalf, and that's how he got the first one in the States. And he's been putting that joker through the paces ever since. All right, let me grab that rotor. Ooh, 14-1. Well, it is a recipe for disaster, but the VT supercharger only makes like six. I think it's like 6 pounds of boost, 7 pounds of boost, something like that. But there was one guy and he disappeared. I ain't seen him. This was maybe 2 years ago. It was one guy on one of the Mazda Facebook pages that was he was tearing down a 2.5. He was saying that he was having, why y'all so close to my face? He was saying that he was having a shop custom cut billet pistons and uh billet custom billet pistons to lower the compression ratio to like 12 and a half or 11 and a half or 11 and three quarters, something like that. And they were also making custom rods. Or he was going to use the CX9 pistons. It was some combination he had came up with. And it sounded like he knew what he was talking about. But, he claimed he was going to build it and he was going to throw a lot of boost at it because he was going to lower the compression ratio, yada, yada, yada. He made like 3 or 4 posts and then never seen or heard from that guy ever again. So, I mean, there, oh crap, there was somewhat of a attempt for somebody to make a fast third gen, but honestly, I feel like making a fast third gen. I mean, unless you just had a bunch of money that you just wanted to, you got 20, $30,000 that you want to invest into this platform. Just to say you did it. That's cool. But I feel like if I wanted to make this car fast, I would find a first gen Speed Six chassis, and I would just swap the subframes and the floor. Either that, or I would do a bunch of custom stuff and case swap it. But I feel like to go through this motor, and then you got to find somebody to tune it. You'll probably need to run a standalone to get around all Mazda's dumb stuff, and then you got to figure out how you're going to split the chassis harness and still have all that stuff work like factory. And then you got to figure out the gauges and all that stuff. It really ain't worth it for it to be a one off unless it's just like a passion project or something you want to do. I mean, there's other platforms that I would do if I wanted to go fast, and it wouldn't be this one. Yeah, like I think it's M6 Ninja. He has a YouTube channel, and he used to upload a bunch of autocross footage. I think it is M6 Ninja on YouTube as well. But he used to upload a bunch of footage of him because his son has a second gen Mazda 3 sedan that I think is just all stock for the most part. Got coil stuff like that, but I think the motor's all stock. And I think his son's is the 2.3 MZR, but he be out there. He don't upload a lot on YouTube, and he hasn't really been that active on Instagram probably the last probably year or so either. He used to be real active. He ain't really been that active. But yeah, I mean, I love watching him drive and because he be placing first, second, and third against Civic, Type R's and everything like BRZs, FRSs, Type R's. He placing. Remember, torque your things with a torque wrench, not with a impact. If your studs break off, you will fall off. I'm not liable. All right. Uh, yeah, but Daniel be driving. He be whipping that Model 3 hatch. I told him to hook a mic up to it, and I told him to get like a dual mic set up, have one mic in the cabin, and then have the other mic on the intake so that we can hear the supercharger. Because the VT supercharger is not that loud, so you really can't hear it in the car, especially when he has his window down doing the autocross. But I told him, I said, get a dual mic set up and run one of the mics like to the intake so we can hear that supercharger whine. I think it would be cool. If I had a supercharger, you'll be hearing that whine every video I posted. That's one of the best parts having a supercharger. I do not like these tabs at all. I don't know who designed them, but I don't think I like them either. Do 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 do. 2547. Did I put these on the right way? Yep. I do not go live often. I think the last time I went live might have been 2 years ago. I know a lot of my original following. Well, I know a lot of my original following is because of the Mazda 6. And to be honest with you, this car hasn't given me no problems. And since it ain't give me no problems, I ain't made no videos from it. And everything lately has been caprice, 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 caprice. So I at least wanted to show like some of my OG followers, give y'all some Mazda content. Cause this thing ain't even give me no problems. Outside of I do axles every 15,000 miles. Well, I do driver side axle by every 15,000 miles, which is about 6 months for me. And then like routine maintenance, like oil. And I am going to do a video because I need to replace the valve cover gasket. But like the car ain't gave me no problem. Axles, oil, brakes. I just been driving it. I ain't had no problem with the car at all. So like it's good for me that I don't have to work on it. But like for content, like I don't have any Mazda content to give you because the car's in maintenance mode. So like I'm not doing any more modifications to the car. I do want to get my underglow back working because I had the one up lighting underglow, but I ripped the wires out of my driver side strip. So the driver side strip and the back strip doesn't work. But for one strip, it's like $80. So I do want to take the strip off and see if I can solder those wires back on it. But like outside of that, and even then, that's not a Model 6 video. That's an underglow video. Like I don't have like the car has been very very good. Knock on knock on wood. The car's been great. So I haven't had any reason to work on it or post a video. I do need to make a video. I need to make an update video on my EKR seat covers because I meant to have done a 1 year update video, and I think it's going up on 2 years. So I wanted to give an update on that. But again, that's not really a Mazda video either. That's a EKR seat cover video. But like the car's been great. So I mean, the next Mazda video is going to be me replacing the valve cover gasket because now when I get done driving, I can actually smell like hot oil. So that's going to be the next video, which I'm going to record as soon as I'm done doing this. But yeah, a lot of times, like when I'm working, I really don't, I really can't go live because I'll be on live for 3 hours and it's gonna be a mess. I will be on live for 3 hours trying to work on something. Like I said, a lot of times I don't do it in one sitting. I do it over like I record my videos over a couple of days just because it'll be after work I have like an hour or two to come out here and do something between work and dinner, or between dinner and my kids going to sleep, or going on date night, or cutting grass, or whatever the case may be. So did I bring the brake pads over here? Yeah. So I really don't be having a lot of time to really sit and do something. Like right now, my kids on spring break, and then my wife has our son, our daughter, and one of my son's friends at the YMCA at the pool. So I'm here at the house by myself, probably for the next 30 minutes before they roll up. And then we gotta do dinner and baths. And my son has locks, and he couldn't find his swim cap, so I gotta wash his hair, condition his hair, and dry his hair. So, and then his friend is gonna be here. So I won't be having a lot of time to do stuff. I just gotta take an hour or two when I can get it and work on stuff. But I would love to have like some sort of like a camera set up in here where I could just like have the camera set up, have like a couple different angles. Like I'm out here working, where people could just like log in and see what I'm doing. I think that would be cool. Y'all could be like little online stalkers. One day when I make it big. What's going on, trendsetter? So yeah, I mean this. I don't go live often at all. Like it might be once every 2 years. I think at the rate I'm at now. But I try to find some content that I can do it. Like front breaks don't take a long time. Cause like I wasn't on live, I would have been done probably 20 minutes ago. To be honest with you, so I was like, this would be something quick that I could do, something simple, be not bouncing all over the place too much. I do not like these clips that Detroit Axle uses for these brake pads. I absolutely hate them. I know I done said it about 3 times. Like it's not me. It's these clips. I don't know why they design them this way, but I do not like them. But yeah, I would like to find some. I would like to find a way to do more lives. But again, like I said earlier, I don't be knowing what I be doing. Like I'll be figuring out a lot of this stuff. But not because like a lot of times when I'm recording, it's my first time doing it, and I'll be figuring stuff out. To be honest with you, just like when I rebuilt the front suspension for the Caprice, I was out here figuring out. If I would have went live with that, y'all would have been with me for 18 hours. But that's probably how long I got put into that. I hate these clips, bruh. I I see why mechanics don't like Detroit Axle. I see why they don't like their stuff because this is ridiculous. I see why mechanics don't like this stuff. Why is it made like that? Jesus Christ. I should have left those old tabs on here. I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have put these stupid tabs on here. Bro, what is the problem? Bro, nah, I ain't slow. I know I ain't slow. No offense to all my slow people, but I know I ain't slow. And if you slow, it's okay. And I'm slow when it comes to some stuff, but not when it comes to doing brakes. Bruh. Detroit, Axel, if you watching this, y'all suck. Like, hey, All right, man. I think we got some leftovers in the house. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I literally came home, got my kids together, and they went to the YMCA. I don't even know if we got any food in there. If not, my wife will bring something home. What's going on, man? Doing these breaks, I didn't feel like editing no video, so I'm just decided I'll hop on live and talk to y'all a little bit. That's about it. Just chilling. It's like 76 degrees outside. Feels good. Weather feels good. Just chilling. I need to go break. Well, am I gonna bed these pads in tonight, or am I just gonna do them tomorrow morning on my way to work? Because I forgot all about that. I need to bed these pads in. Forgot all about that. The real question is, am I doing this valve cover gasket tonight, or am I gonna do it tomorrow? I feel like I need to go ahead and do it tonight. Yep, on the 6th, on the daily. Yeah, the I had EBC red pads on here, and the last rotors I had them resurfaced at O'Reilly's, and I guess having them resurfaced just made them too thin because they didn't last too long before they warped. Like if I was on the highway running like 60, 70, 80 miles per hour, hit the brakes, man, feel like the car's about to come apart. I mean, steering wheel, the whole car just felt like a doggone earth shake, and it got on my nerves real bad. Because I mean, I haven't too long ago did the brakes, maybe 6 months ago, and I do a bunch of highway driving. But I guess just the combination of those grippy EBC reds and those the resurfaced road has been a little bit thinner. I guess it's just too much heat because they were shaking some type of bad. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Where these go? I don't know where the hell these go. I ain't never seen these before. Hope they're not important. All right. Yep, just doing some maintenance on the daily. It's gonna be time to do an oil change in a little bit. I think I got about another 1,000 miles, and I'll be at 296,000. So a, I might do another oil analysis, another Blackstone oil analysis, because the last one I did was at 200,000, and they told me it looked perfect. So I guess I need to order because I don't think I have any more. I think I gave all of them away. I need to order another Blackstone oil analysis kit and have them analyze whatever they analyze. And I mean, as long as they ain't got no coolant or no metal in the oil, we should be good to go because the car's still quiet. Like this thing is quiet. Like if I didn't had a Cork Sport axle back on it, you wouldn't even hear this thing running. And even with the Cork Sport axle back, the car's still quiet. I just bought one after being inspired by you and other fellas. We have broken down everything that could possibly go wrong. Have no fear of repairing anything. Yeah, I mean, I think I have videos for about everything. Everything except replacing the motor and transmission. I think I got videos for everything else for the most part. I think I done done about everything on this car. If I could afford an alignment machine, a tire mounting machine, a tire balance machine, I wouldn't need to go to no shop. I'm missing those three tools. So if anybody wants to sponsor me, a shop with a tire mounting machine, a tire balancer, an alignment machine, a couple of 2-post lifts, and a couple of 4-post lifts, and a couple of 3-car stackers, I can make some stuff work. I could make some stuff work. If somebody just got so much money that they want to bless a regular degular guy with a nice shop to potentially do YouTube full time, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I can try to be that guy after you get me set up in a shop. Ah, which brakes? So right now I'm running. So these are the Detroit Axle brake kit. It was like $105. I literally bought about the cheapest brake kit off Amazon. So we're gonna see if it's any good. It ain't gonna take but about 2 weeks. So 2 weeks will be about 1,600 miles. We'll see in about 2 weeks if these brakes are halfway decent or if they're trash. If they're trash like these clips to hold the brake pads. So I don't know if you want to copy me um, on these right here. Normally, my go-to are the centric rotors and the Wagner quiet something brake pads. Are normally my go-to. But the fact that I got both rotors and pads for like $101 or whatever it was, I was like, I'm gonna give it a try, and we're gonna see because I've seen mechanics just talk junk about the Detroit axle stuff, and doing and putting these on. I see why, but we're gonna see if it's halfway decent for $100. Because I mean, for somebody on a budget, and I'm not really on a budget per se, but again, I have a $700 cart of stuff for the Caprice upstairs that I'm about to buy. Um, but I would have loved to been putting on the CX9 rotors, the 12-inch rotors, and the dual piston calipers. I would have loved been putting them on right now. But the project car, the Project Caprice is taking priority right now. Sounds like the R1 concepts on my car. Yeah, the R1s were more. I think the R1 kit was like 150, 160, I think. And then I think the brake stop kit was, is it brake stop? Is it called brake stop? I don't know. One of those kits was like 160 something like that. But for $101, I mean, really can't be too upset. Is definitely as long as they don't shake as bad as what they were. But yeah, I had the red, I had the EBC reds on here, and if you want a brake pad with the stock rotors that's gonna stop, like these things grip, like these pads are the truth. They dust like hell. I will say that. These are some dusty jokers. But when I tell you these jokers stop, I can tell a big difference with the EBC Reds. 100%. I think they $100 pads. I got them for $20, but I think they $100 pads, brand new, 80, 90, $100, something like that for the EBC Reds. If you want something that's gonna stop you, this is gonna be the ones. But I also think them stopping well with the extra heat, I think is what warped them rotors at the same time. But them things right there, they the truth. They stop. We gonna see um how these Detroit axles do. We gonna see. I don't know how they're gonna do. I'm gonna see tomorrow. I need to break them in. I need to bed the pads at some point. They might just get bedded tomorrow morning on my way to work. Hope ain't nobody behind me. Might be collecting an insurance check. Uh, but yeah, for those that are watching that don't know what we're doing, I'm just switching out brakes on my 2014 Mazda 6. The car is, it used to be a nice car a couple years ago, 3 years ago. Used to be a nice car. It was a good daily, I could have pulled daily duty with doing like a show car daily, but it was on three-piece wheels. The car is bagged. The car's been, oh man, the car's been bagged for almost 200,000 miles. I'm just thinking about that. I bagged the car with 100,000 miles on it, and I'm almost at 300,000. So the car's been bagged for a minute. I'm on stocks right now with 20 millimeter spacers. Everything is stock motor. I got a Megan Racing strut bar that's on there just for looks. I really ain't tell no difference with it. One thing I do love is the hood strut kit. This thing is awesome. It is awesome because I think what made me get those was I was doing something under the hood and I hit the rod and the fail hit me in the head. So I think I paid like $30 off of Amazon for that kit, and and that might have been five. That might have been like doing COVID, maybe about 5 years ago, something like that. It's awesome being able to just lift the hood up and it just stays up. It's awesome, and the hole there is a pain in the butt because you have to fish. I think I got an install video when I did it on IO's 2015 blue Mazda 6. You have to fish the little screw thing through there and then put the bolt through it. Kind of pain in the butt. And then there's just a bracket on the strut tower that goes right there. If you want something, if you're not under the hood a lot, it ain't gonna matter. But if you're under the hood, that makes a world of difference. That should have been stock. I don't know why Mazda didn't spend the 15 cent and just do it. But the car, um, carbon fiber grill, IJDM, fog light housings, Morimoto LED fog lights, MV tuning kit, the splitter kit. I got the EKR red. I don't know. They don't look red. They look burgundy right there. But the EKR red with red accents and I mean aftermarket head unit. Nothing. It's nothing and something at the same time. And then my is it Tui or Yakima? I can never remember which one it is. I think it's Tui. This actually came off of Mitsubishi, but the foot the feet, not the feet, the podiums is what fits the Mazda. You just got to get the foot kit. And it came with the aero bars and cheap Amazon bike rack for my Schwinn. But yeah, just got done doing brakes on the car, and that's really about it. Yeah, the hood struts are a must. The only issue I'm having with this car, and it's no fault of the car, is that my AC does not work. Hopefully, when I take it to the shop, whenever that is, it might just be a hot boy summer because I might not take it to the shop. But hopefully it's something simple. But I was adding Freon to it because the compressor was staying locked up, and I guess the gauge on my little Freon thing wasn't reading right, and I think I blew the high pressure thingamabob on the bottom of the compressor. So it might just be a hot boy summer because if the compressor needs to be replaced, then they have to do the evaporator and the condenser. Then they got to vacuum it and put refrigerant in it, and that's probably gonna be $1,800. If I didn't spend $200 extra to put the CX-9 front brakes on here, I'm probably not gonna spend 1,800 to get the AC fixed. So it might just be hot boy summer. Hey, what question you got, X? What question you got? What question you got? You gonna be hot? Is it gonna be from a hot boy summer to a hot boys summer? 400 degrees? because it's gonna be a hot boy summer. I'm gonna be in my shower. I'm gonna be in my car shirtless because woo, what are you gay? I'm very happy. Well, I'm not gonna be happy when the humidity hits 90 degrees and it's 90 degrees outside. I'm gonna be very sad. I don't. Well, I mean, I will crack it up and not slide it back because on my way back from work, the sun is like beaming like head on, and yeah, see, we talked about that earlier. I was going to do the CX-9 um, front brakes, but it was going to be $200 more than just doing the Detroit axle joint. And I was telling them earlier that I have a cart upstairs for the Caprice. It's like $700. So you know, and then after that, I think I need like another $300 worth of stuff to get the car going because the video next week we got the next no the video we got the next is going to be me showing y'all how I rebuilt the suspension for the Caprice. I got the Prothane suspension kit. I took all the old stuff, all the old cages and ball joints and stuff out, and I halfway painted, trying to make it look halfway decent and everything. And then, of course, I went and spent money, drove 3 hours, and got the Beltec 2-inch drop kit for it and everything. But like, I'm trying to get the Caprice going, and the six is just in daily mode at this point. I mean, it's in maintenance mode. I'm just doing what I got to do to keep this thing running, keep it on the road. Affirm and PayPal, paying for. Man, hell no. If I can't pay in one, it ain't getting paid for. That's how you get trapped. You get trapped doing that paying for. You get trapped because you do enough paying fours. You gonna be paying for it for real. Nah, I'm good on that. Because people who ain't done that paying for, they basically auto debited. So the terms and conditions of the paying for, at least for PayPal, because I did the PayPal paying for one time just to see how it worked, and I did it when I bought my scooter because before we moved buildings at my job, my parking deck was a mile from my building, and that was taking me like 25 minutes to walk it. And when it rained and stuff, it sucked. So when I bought this scooter, I did PayPal paying for just to see how it worked. I was curious on how it worked. And the PayPal paying for, I don't know if the rest of them work this way, but it auto debits it out of your debit or your checking savings account every month. So if you're doing a paying for and it's $300, they're going to auto debit it out of your account. I don't like when stuff is auto debited out of my account because I got to move money from my savings to my check-ins, and if I don't do it, now I got a non-payment, and they trying to do. Nah, I'm good. A firm, I haven't heard anything good about a firm at all. So definitely not doing that. If I can't pay in one, I ain't gonna have it. I just ain't gonna have it. But I don't want to pay in one for to get this AC fixed. Now, if they diagnose it and they're like, oh yeah, we can just $150, cool. $300, all right, cool. 15, 16, 17, $1,800, that ain't gonna happen. Not this year. So if I when I take it to the shop and they tell me that it's more than like 450, I'm gonna be sweaty. I'm gonna be sweaty because gas is $4 a gallon here, and that's exactly why Bertha is sitting in the street. She is sitting in the street, and that's why I'm driving the Mazda because I still need alignment on this car. because I never did do an alignment from what I did the lower control arms and the sway bar end links. So, but luckily the tire wear is still looking good. But yeah, I got the check-ins and the savings. Yes, yes, I do. Because I can't have all my money in one spot because then it starts looking real good. Like you ever had like a bunch of money in one spot and you start looking at it and you start like making a game plan on how you can spend it? That's how I am. I can't do that. So I gotta hide my money from myself to keep myself from spending it. Out of sight, out of mind. So I gotta put money in the savings so it don't show up when I pull the app up that is in my check-ins. I gotta move it out the way. I got enough stuff as it is. I don't need to be buying more stuff. So, but yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and put these wheels back on and get this car down. But yeah, what else y'all got? Now I will say, if y'all want to give me some of y'all's checking and savings, or if y'all could pay me in four, by all means, work it out. I will take it and I will dedicate a whole video to you. Today's video sponsored by and insert your name here. I can make that work 110%. But don't get what you don't have. But if you have it, I will say thank you. But you don't have to. It's not a requirement. Y'all subscribing, liking, sharing, and all that is good enough for me. Do I trade? No. I haven't traded since COVID. I made a bunch of money on AMC theaters. I made a bunch of money on whatever that little penny thing was. What was it called? Um, I can't remember because it was AMC theaters. I made a bunch of money off of. I made a little bit of money off of teams. I made a little bit of money off of Turtle Beach, and then it was something else. But nah, nah. I made that money, and I I just kind of I made that money. I invested in some other stuff, lost a little bit of money, and then I was like, you know what? I'm up. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm one of them people. I don't gamble, so like when I get up, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. I give myself a set amount of money that I can afford to lose, and once I lose that little bit of money, that's a wrap. But like, yeah, outside of the 2020 2021 like stock joint that was going on, and just a little bit of like sports betting, I don't really mess with it. Like I said, I'll put a couple $100 in there, and then if I lose it, I stop. And the same thing when I go to Vegas and I go on a cruise, I give myself, $200-300 limit, and then once that cash is gone, it's gone. Because I've seen people like go down bad when it comes to betting and trading on stuff, and like, nah. I learn from other people's mistakes when it comes to stuff like that. Where I put it in there and then I never come back to it. And I got one that I made that's sitting right now that I made a little bit of money on, and one has just been stagnant, and one it lost like 5%. But like I put that money in there 4 years ago and just never looked at it again. Can you hear me now? Okay. But yeah, stocks is stocks are too emotional. That's what I say. Stocks are it's a very emotion based thing, and things that are based off emotion have no pattern, no rhythm, no rhyme, no reason. And is everything tight? Did I tighten everything up? I think I did. We're gonna find out tomorrow. I think I tightened everything up. But yeah, the stock market is very emotional. And I feel like you have to have the time to like really sit down and see what's going on. Because I was following one a couple years ago. It was like a coffee bean company. And the CEO of the coffee bean company had got caught cheating on his wife. And so everybody was worried about the divorce and everything, and everybody started selling their stuff. And the price dipped down way low. And then like 3 days later, it came back up to its regular stock. So the people who bought it low, made a little bit of money, but you gotta be paying attention to all that stuff. And I'm lazy. I'm a very lazy person. Where's my wheel? Where's my wheel key at? I don't know where I do with my wheel key, my lug key. Market index funds and leave it alone. Yeah, I don't know how people do the day trading. I don't see how people do it because like you got to be sitting there like paying all the attention. Because I had a guy that used to work for me and he actually quit um, to day trade full time. And he made a bunch of money. He was very successful with it. But like, he was literally like I was about to fire him because he was always late for work. Because he was always trying to catch the market when it first opened. So he was always late to work. He was always late to work. But I was about to fire him. Then he ended up just quitting, and he just did it full time. So more power to the people that has that mindset where they can figure that stuff out. But I'm about to look up index funds because is it like retirement funds, something like that? You just kind of is it like low risk, low reward type stuff, like long term investing. Because I don't know nothing. I know a little bit about everything, which is not enough to be good at anything. Did I lose my? Okay, so how did I lose the other key that I just had? God, told my. Where's my lock key? I can't keep up with stuff. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I could get with low risk, low reward, long term. I could deal with that. That'd make me feel better. It's probably suited for me because I will put it in there and I'll forget about it. Kind of let it do its thing. I lost my lock. Where is it at? Did it roll somewhere? Is this it? Oh, I found it. Told y'all I'm old. Now I am going to torque my lug nuts, but everything else to get hit the impact. Where's my 20? You know what? I'll just torque it when I get it down. Oh. But yeah, we just chilling, enjoying this weather. Oh, I think I scratched up my paint. Oh well. I bet you Xavier, he probably gone. I bet you he just loves seeing that magnet stuck on my paint. He loves that. He loves when I take the magnet that's dirty and just stick it on my paint. He loves it. That's the best part of his day. It's him watching my videos and see that magnet on my paint. Is all this stuff tight? I think so. Maybe, maybe not. How my tires look? I need to get an alignment soon. I need to get an alignment soon. All right. Do you turn your rotors? So my last rotors, I had them turned, and I think a combination of running the EBC red pads and having them turned is what warped them. But normally, um, I will I'll buy new rotors like these, and, and the next time I need brakes, I'll take them and get them turned. Because my local O'Reilly's on the other side of town, I think they charge $15 a rotor. I think it's for the car rotors, it's $15. For truck rotors, it's 25. So I mean, for $30, and you come back 2 hours later, I got two fresh rotors instead of spending 60, 70, $80. Well, $80 online for two rotors. I think if I get them locally, it's like $100 for two rotors for a store brand. But typically, is one set of new rotors, and then I get them turned. I turn them one time, and then get new rotors. So the rotors I just took off were turned, and I'm thinking, like I said, I'm thinking them being turned and them being a little bit thinner on material, combined with those EBC red pads, just kind of did them in. Cause that thing was shaking something terrible, like it was bad. My daughter said something. The car shook so bad, and she's only 7. So I added the quick latch. Oh, let me turn it around. So the quick latch is only on this one side because my bumper separated. So the part of the bumper, hold on, come on. So the part of the bumper that actually clips into the car actually separated from the bumper itself. So yeah, that's the piece of the bumper that actually holds itself onto the car. So I added the quick latch because I didn't have a choice. It was either add the quick latch or get a hold of the bumper. So yeah, it wasn't out of choice. It was the cheapest thing that I could come up with that looked halfway decent. But I do like the way these are because they are smooth and they're flush for the most part, and it really doesn't look out of place. Like people don't even notice them, and it's been over about a year, and people don't even notice they didn't hold on good. So it was like $12 for 4 of them off Amazon, something like that. But I didn't want to spend because I think on eBay for the pre-painted bumpers, I think they were like $180, something like that. And it's one of the bumpers that come in a box folded up. You got to put out in the sun and let it like unfold. So $12. It took me like 30 minutes to figure out like where to mount it and the adjustment for the part in the back that it connects on to. And I just been rocking like that. Like this bumper's tore all to pieces. Like I said, just from driving on the highway and stuff being kicked up on the highway. I mean, this bumper is has seen some stuff. Like it's tore all to pieces. This is from when I hit the tire on the highway, and then this is from something flew up. A car in front of me kicked up something, and it flew up and it busted up my bumper, busted up my IJDM fog light housing, and then it finished off my bumper. I'm just glad it missed the headlights because these GT headlights, the cheapest one I found on eBay was $400, and Mazda wants $1,500 per headlight, and nobody makes this headlight. Like, there's not a company that makes a aftermarket GT HID AFS headlight, so it has to be an OEM headlight. The headlights you see on AliExpress, they look like these, but they're for the sports, and they're for the sport models and the touring models. They're not for the GT models. This headlight has AFS, so like when I turn my steering wheel, the headlight actually moves side to side. If I air my car up and down, the headlight actually self adjusts and everything. But like, nobody makes the aftermarket headlight for this car, for this model. So if something happens to this headlight, I'm going to spend $400-500 on eBay for a used headlight housing. So I'm glad that it missed the headlight because I would have been very sad. Is your first start video only be for members? For the Caprice, the first start video, no, that video will drop just like a regular video. Uh, but the first start video for the Caprice is going to be this Thursday or Friday, but it's scheduled. So what you see right now is I uploaded the video, but it's not going to go live to the public until Thursday or Friday or whatever. So if you were like a member, I can't remember if it's like $3 a month or whatever it is. Then any videos I upload early, um, you can watch it before it actually becomes live. But the video will be live Thursday or Friday or something this week. I can't remember. But I did it that way, so that way I can go ahead and upload the video once I'm done editing, and I can schedule it, and it's already up there. But yeah, it'll go live because I normally make my videos go live either Thursdays or Fridays. I mean, either Thursday, Friday, Saturdays at 6, depending on how my shorts and everything are lined up in my editing schedule. But yeah, it'll be live to the public on whatever day this week. But yeah, if you are a member, which I have none right now, like nobody, that thing's been up for like a year and nobody has joined it. And if you don't, I don't care. And if you do, great. Whatever. You just get early access to the videos that I upload. You get to watch them before they actually go live for anybody else. But yeah, I'm hype about that. Trying to find all my videos. What you building? What you got? What you got? You got a box? You got a G body? What you got? What you got? What you got? I love hearing about other people's stuff. But yeah, I'm glad I got the car started. I did the VATS delete myself. I need to go. I actually got the computer here because I need to put the truck VIN number back on it. I actually bought this, and I might make a video. I bought this box here to put um my on off switch and my ODB 2 port on it. To kind of give everything somewhere to live, so it's not just hanging out everywhere. But I might make a video of this box. I found on Amazon was like $6, and it comes with like two little fittings where you can run the wires through and everything. Cool little cheap box. Should make the setup look a little bit better. But I need to put the truck VIN number back on the PCM because I changed it. I used the LS Droid to change it to the Caprice VIN number, and when I plugged my top down auto dag into it, it wouldn't read. It wouldn't pull the VIN number. It wouldn't pull like all the stuff automatically. So I need to boot the computer up and use LS Droid to put the truck VIN number back on it. Third gen. Hell yeah. Man, let me tell you, I want a third gen T top Camaro so bad. But man, the last 8 years, They went from $500 cars to $4,000 cars. My feelings are hurt. And like, I don't even care. I think it has to be because I know the base models didn't come T tops. I know the IROCs T tops, and I think it was one under the IROC. Was it the RS or something that had T tops? I want a third gen T top so bad. Even back when people was like they're ugly, they were undesirable. I love me a third gen Camaro. Like people talk junk about them being the ugliest Camaro, yada yada yada. I always wanted me a third gen Camaro, and it's like as soon as I got me some money, everything is so damn expensive. Like hurt my feelings so bad. But hell yeah, you post content on your channel because I love watching people do stuff. Like I understand everybody don't do it because quite frankly, it's a pain in the butt. To be honest with you, like editing and everything like that, it's a pain in the butt. But I do like watching other people do it. And if you're in North Carolina or anywhere close, something like that, I love meeting online people. I need to get up with Tulu, but man, he said he in Wilmington, and like I said, it might be a while before I trust the Caprice to drive 3 hours somewhere because that motor I got in there, that motor and transmission. Well, the truck has 328,000 miles on it that I took the motor and transmission out of. But when I pulled the motor apart, like looking at the heads and everything and the bottom end, it was really clean in there. Like that, when I pulled the valve covers off, it was no sludge in that head or nothing. So I don't know if that motor has been replaced at one point, but that motor looked really, really clean. But like it's gonna be a while of driving before I take a 6 hour round trip on that Caprice. Let's be for real. I ain't trying to get stranded 2 hours, 3 hours from home and gotta pay somebody $1,000 to tow my damn car back. So like watch no big help. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm glad I can help. I'm glad I can help. I started making videos to help other people because I was gonna be doing this stuff anyway. Like a lot of people think that I wouldn't be doing this stuff if I wasn't posting. I've been doing this stuff. I've been doing this stuff. Like I could send you. I could send. I've literally sent people. Get in there. I've literally sent people posts from 2007 when I was posting on forums. Like been doing this stuff. Grew up. My whole family. My daddy got a '66 C10 that he bought when my mama was like 6 months pregnant with me. My cousin got a '66 Nova station wagon. He had. I wish he would have kept that '69 Chevelle. He had a '69 Chevelle with a 496 big block in it. And man, that thing, when we painted it purple, that thing used to thump holes in the ground. My granddaddy got a '73 uh, C10 with a 350 400 trans. At the bottom end need to be rebuilt on. So after the Caprice, the '73 is on my list to redo. It's a long bed. I would love to find a camper shell for it or cut down the frame and cut down the bed, turn to a short bed. But the floor is all rusted out in it. The bed is in terrible shape. But that's definitely on next on my list after the Caprice is the '73. But I mean, my whole family, friends, everybody, well, not my friends, but like my daddy friends, they're all in the cars. Like, so been working. My first car was an '81 Delta '88 Broham that I wish I would have kept. I wish I would have kept that car, but I had that car back in 2008 when the first recession hit and gas went to 4.50 a gallon, about where it's headed now. So that car only got 10 miles to the gallon, and that's when I bought my first Mazda because gas was so high. So what's going on now is reminding me of 2008. It's going, it's getting dark. It's going down the same path as what it did in 2008. So we gonna see. We gonna see what happens. But when gas goes up, everything goes up. As gas goes up, fuel goes up. Everything runs on gas and fuel. Then propane starts going up. Natural gas starts going up. So we shall see. But yeah, third gen Camaro is on my list. 100%. Oh, long. I just called them jokers long nose. Hell yeah. Man, it got dark outside quick. But yeah, hopefully I can start making some good progress on that car. Where you at? Little sucker. All right. All right, but yeah, that might be it. I'm just gonna go and clean up. Next time I do a live, I guess I need to figure out like what link it is because I selected the option for people able to join me in the video, but Tulu made it sound like it's a link somewhere that I need to like copy and paste. I need to make a community post or put it in the comments or whatever so people can actually click on it and join. But I feel like I should be able to go in to like whoever viewing and invite people on. Like that's stupid. YouTube need to be better than that. I almost handed down to start on my style. It's growing on me. Yeah. Same thing with me. My Caprice was, I don't know if you saw the first couple of videos or whatever, but that was my great grandfather's car that he had bought in like the early 2000s. He passed away in 2007. And then his daughter, my grandma, drove it until like 2011, 2012. And they said the car caught on fire, which I thought was a lie. But upon further inspection, the distributor cap, it looks like the igniter caught on fire. And when it caught on fire, they put a new distributor cap on it, but it was two issues. They didn't have the ground pin in it, the ground strap for it. That was the first issue, and then the second issue was that the HEI module was bad. So I put an HEI module in it, and then I found a Pontiac distributor cap that my daddy had, and I put the ground wire in it. Then I had spark, but I couldn't get the 305 to start. When I pulled the 305 out to put the LS in, I realized that the distributor was 180 out, and that's why the car wouldn't start, and that's why it was backfiring back up through the carburetor. So if I would have cared to mess with a little bit more, I could have just turned distributor 180, and that 305 probably would have started. But I ended up selling that 305 and that 350, the TH350 transmission for $200 because I really wanted it just gone out the way. and I put it up for $200, and dude came and bought it like 3 days after I posted it up for sale. A lot of people just want a transmission, but I didn't want to have the transmission there and then couldn't sell the motor. I wanted them both gone equally. So I feel like $200 was a good deal for the motor and transmission, especially since the motor ran until the igniter caught on fire. So technically, turn the strip at 180 degrees, the car should run. So, or the motor should run, and the transmission was good. But yeah, how long? Oh, gee, you've been live for an hour and a half. Jesus Christ. But yeah, best of luck on your third gen. Hell yeah, I love it. Get it going, get it driving, enjoy it. That's what it's all about. It's about having the idea of whatever you're working on, making a game plan, executing it, and then enjoying the fruit of your labor. I mean, that's really the best part about it. It's just being able to enjoy what you worked on, especially when you're doing it yourself. It's one thing to pay for something, and I don't know people who can pay people to do stuff, but I like actually doing it myself so that I can actually look at something and I can go, yeah, I did that. Yeah, these were crusty 45-year-old pieces of crap, and I knocked the old bushings out, put new bushings in, got new ball joints in it. I can be like, yeah, I did that. Like when I'm in the Caprice and I'm chilling down the highway going 70, and he rolling smooth, I can go, I did that. I didn't just go to a store and spend more money and just buy new stuff. I'm on a budget. So, I spent like $300 for the whole Prothane suspension kit, where I would have spent $300 on two lower control arms. And I mean, I went through and redid the lowers and the uppers, painted them, new bushings, new ball joints. Got a 9C1 front sway bar. I got a 9C1 rear end that I need to bring up here and go through. And I drove 3 hours to Greenville, North Carolina to pick up this Beltec 2-inch drop kit, 2-inch front spindle drop kit, 2-inch lower springs. So the car should ride and handle good. Hopefully, it better. It better. It better ride good. So, but yeah, the video, the first start of the Caprice, Friday, Saturday, whatever, and then the next week video is going to be an hour-long video of me rebuilding the upper and lower control arms and struggling to do that. And then the video after that for the Caprice will probably be the 9C1 re-end video. And that's going to be breaking that. It probably two videos. It'd be one video of making it look nice, doing the bushings on it. It might be three videos actually. Or no, it might be two videos. The one video is probably going to be making it look nice and doing the diff fluid on it. Is probably going to be a video doing the trailer arm bushings, and then it might be a video of going through the rear calipers on that 9C1 rear end. Because I don't know how long that rear end has been sitting, and I don't know what kind of shape those calipers are in. So they might need to be rebuilt. They might need to be replaced. They might be froze stuck. I don't have the slightest idea. I haven't looked at it that far. So it started. CX. That's how I know you ain't even clicked on the video, the last video about the VATS delete. Because literally the first 5 seconds of that video, is me talking about the car starting. And then it goes to a clip of the car starting. So that's how I know you ain't even watched the VATS delete video, homie. So you telling on yourself. You telling on yourself. But yes, the car started. Like I could go because the PCM is right here, but I could take the PCM, put it in the car, turn the key on, and the car will start. Hey, Hey. Don't be like that. You better turn your captions on. I ain't that country. City boy. The exhaust. So I'm going to end up buying the Amazon 2.5 inch exhaust kit, like the $150 kit. I'm gonna end up buying the Amazon exhaust kit, and I'm going to struggle doing the exhaust. Uh, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to do a dual exhaust with an H pipe. I'm going to go over the rear end and exit out behind the rear tire, or if I'm going to do a 2-to-1, do like a Y pipe where both come together like stock, and then run one bag. So I'm trying to figure out. It would be easier if I did a dual exhaust with an H pipe because I can just run them straight back, do an H pipe, and over the rear end and out the back. That would be simple. But that means that I got to buy two mufflers. That means I got to buy two sets of tips. That means I got to buy twice as many exhaust hangers, and that means that if I decide to run resonators, because I'm probably going to run one chamber mufflers, if they drone, now I got to buy two resonators. So it would be easier to do it, but it'd be more expensive. But if I do the 2-to-1, do a Y pipe, and then run one back, one muffler, one set of tips, and one resonator if it drones. So and the Y pipe, the Y exhaust is going to be more challenging to do because I'm going to have to have the passenger side exhaust kick over to the passenger side and then make a Y where they both meet to run one back. So I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that out um, because I'm going to be doing this myself with a Harbor Freight welder and just clamps and whatever. I'm gonna have to figure it out. So I don't know. We'll see. It's a thing of money versus time and headache in this case. So I don't know. But it's gonna be just a 2.5. It's a stock motors, stock cam. So I don't need anything crazy. I don't want it to be stupid loud because the car is gonna be stock. I want to have a nice tone. I don't want it to sound like a truck. So I'm still trying to figure out what muffler I want to run. I might end up going with the Borla. What is it called? The Borla. I can't remember. The Borla X, XR, something. I don't know. But I don't want it to sound like a truck. I don't want to sound like my Yukon when it starts up. I want to sound like a car. So you got to see. What's going on, Andrew? Am I going? Yeah. Well, so the if I weld it up, that's gonna be another thing of time versus money because I can get those those fittings that go over that like clamps it. I can do those, but it's gonna cost more money to get those. Where me welding it, it's just gonna be my time and it's gonna be free. So like if I need, because I'm gonna need, God knows, one, two, three, four, probably five of those compression clamp things if I do a single. So I'm gonna need 10 or 12 if I do dual. And that's probably gonna be 140, $50 probably for 10 of them. Where I could take that Harbor Freight, where is it at? I can take that Harbor Freight titanium welder over there. And I could throw some pretty nice looking boogers on it. And it'd be free. Just my time. So a lot of stuff just comes down to, do I want to spend the money or do I want to take 4 times longer to not to spend money. In the end, it's going to all work the same. Just one is going to look possibly terrible than the other one. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see when we cross that bridge, which hopefully will be somewhat soon for me. But y'all normally don't see the videos until like 2-3 weeks after I recorded it. So unless you are a part of the Darius Beals members, and then you see it when I upload it. But I don't have any members, so nobody sees them early. But but yeah, am I gonna try to weld it? Yeah, my welds ain't pretty, but I haven't. Have I had a weld break? I don't think I've had a weld break yet. The exhaust on the Mazda 6 is still holding on. The Cork Sport axle back that I got from Brandon is still holding on. The one weld that broke on that was the Cork Sport hanger weld, and I welded that and haven't had any issues out of it. So I don't think I've had a weld break. I haven't done that many, but I haven't had one break. I'm trying to think, what if I, outside of the Cork Sport exhaust, I welded some stuff on the 3-wheeler. I think probably the most welding I've done on one thing is on this 3-wheeler, and they didn't look that bad. Where's my light at? The welds didn't look that bad, and they've been holding on just fine. Because this man that Paulin has got on everything, uh, because so this is a 83 200 big red, but I have a 185 200S front forks on it, and the 185 200S is a sports quad, so they didn't come with the utility racks. So I cut the tabs off of the 200S front forks, and I welded them onto the 185 200S front forks. So you can see, like, there's some boogers. They're boogers, but they ain't fell off yet. So they holding on. They are holding on. And I rode a full adult sitting on here, and the wheels didn't break. It might not be pretty, but they hold up. So the whales on that have held up. The the Cork Sport exhaust whales has held up on the tips and the mid pipe that didn't come with it. Then it should hold up just fine on that Caprice too. So now, if my car goes on a rack at somebody's shop, are they gonna talk shit about my whales and laugh at it and take pictures and post the pictures on Reddit, or post pictures on whatever welders page, whatever professional welders page on Facebook or whatever, and laugh and talk shit about it? Probably. But they probably just mad because I didn't pay them $800 to do my exhaust. Let's be for real. And that Caprice is a budget bill. I'm gonna do everything I can myself, and just hopes that it looks halfway decent. So where is my, here it is. But yeah, anything else that y'all want to talk about? Because my stomach is growling and I'm getting a little hungry. Anything else the 7 people want to hear from Mr. Darius? I feel like I've just been yapping. I feel like this would have been a lot more interactive if I could have actually added some of y'all to the video instead of y'all just listening to me yap for 134 minutes. I feel like that's a long time. All right. Well, It's been cool talking to y'all. I might do live stuff more often. I just have to be doing the right thing where I'm not gonna be just bouncing around everywhere. I feel like I bounced around a lot doing this, but I was kind of stationary for the most part. A lot of stuff I'll be doing, it'd be too hectic to try to do it live. But where's my torque wrench? Here it is. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for joining. I appreciate y'all for interacting, talking, asking questions, trying to be smart asses. I appreciate all y'all. I love y'all. Anything else? Um, Not really. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked, like, heart, share. Um, I guess there's like a hype button thing. I don't know. That's on the live. That's just on the videos. If you see the hype button, hit the hype button. I don't know. I don't know what it does. To be honest with you, I don't have the slightest idea. Uh, but hit the hype button anyway. Like, hype, subscribe, take care, go eat some food, or your girlfriend, or your spouse, significant other, them, they, there. Um, yeah, that's it. So, like everything you do, think, build, and enjoy. Peace. How do I end live on this? Uh, oh, there we go.